I wish to continue once again with more basics about covers and cards. Germany, an interesting cover to the USA. It left Hamburg, Germany via tram as per cancel, and it's right here. That word translates into tram. Then onto a steamer, right up here, Conte di Savoia, if I said it right. Then via airmail, once it reached the US, to its final destination with a nice Stanford circular date roller cancel. Very nice. The tram hand roller cancel is of 25 millimeter diameter. The post office, Hamburg 1, up in the upper segment of the cancel, with the bridge cancel containing the full date and the time of day. The minutes were done in 10-minute increments. And here the word again, Straßenbahn, translates into tram. This service was used between 1931 and 1940. On the lower left picture, you might, I hopefully, see the post box at the rear of the tram. Hamburg was the only city in Germany to have this type of tram mail service. Here we have an express mail from Germany to Switzerland with a telegraph receiving cancel on the back. We have, as we talked about before, the express label. At different times in history, they did change sometimes color and basic design, but it all spells out to be one and the same. And we also have the red X, which is typically applied. The receiving cancel has in script the time of arrival, and on the bottom, I can only guess, I'm not sure, it could be the clerk's sign. And this happened in the city of Zurich. So if anyone can enlighten me about the Z and A letters here, the meaning of, please do comment below. Thank you very much. The cover, unfortunately, is not in very good condition. Stamp up here in about the middle has a whole corner missing, and I think there's another stamp missing, the same denomination, and they were wrapped around the upper edge. Unfortunately, when they opened the letter, they opened it all across the front, at the top, and meaning that the stamps just kind of got bisected. Well, I guess we'd always like to have a bisect on cover, but probably not this type of a bisect. And here we have two examples of printed matter. This word translates into printed matter, and the same over here. These were done by the use of a franking machine, which printed the cancel and the denomination of the amount of postage. This one was done in 1946, and the one on the left was done in 1955. Only 1 penny more and a little different design. So these two are very collectible, and there are many different types from different cities. And I'm not sure about worldwide how much they used, but I know in Germany they were used quite a bit. And it's also available to have a catalog on these, because they do differ also in value. So don't discard them as being so plain, but maybe if you have a chance, research them out. This German Democratic Republic registered letter is a little different. From 1966 to 1983, denominated registration labels were made available by the use of vending machines. These labels came in different designs, perforations, and different papers, resulting in catalog value differences, which could be anywhere from $1 or $2 all the way to $1,000. So when you see these, don't discount them too quickly. Better check them out. You never know. You might have that big one. The 20 Pfennig stamp then was actually the one that paid for the postage. The privately applied little label, which was frequently used in the Democratic Republic, translates to clean cancels or careful canceling. And here it would say collector stamps. Okay, and they just stick them on the front or back of the envelope. Evidently, the postal system tolerated that. And here we have more from the GDR, postal stationery, in similar appearance, yet so very different. For one, we're looking at the first thing, obviously different color, pokes you right in the eye. Okay, then we have different arrangements of return address and addressee, the lines, the fonts of the word postcard in German and in French. As we can see the difference here. And again, the arrangement, also the number here, a printer's number, and so on and so forth. So do look closely. Any minimal, even one letter being different, puts a postal stationery into a different catalog number. So be very observant on that. And here we have, again, a German Democratic Republic, an express mail in single franking, one stamp, and the express mail label on top of it, a hand stamp of express, and the receiving cancel on the back of the envelope. We discussed single franking, multiple, mixed, and so on in a previous video. So let me go through on this one and give you differences in catalog value had the franking been in one of the other categories. First off, it is a single franking, and as such, the catalog available to me shows it at around $20. If it was a mixed franking, in other words, another stamp affixed or two different ones to amount to the same postage, but different stamps, and then it would be, again, as I explained in another video, a mixed franking. That one then would bring the value down to $6. However, if the franking would have been multiple franking, two or more of the same identical stamp and value, the multiple franking catalog value now would jump all the way to $90. So keep that in mind. I'm not sure, again, about other worldwide countries, how they treat these different types of frankings, but I do know the German specialized cover catalog does categorize in these three main categories. So be careful. Don't give away your treasures. Well, by now we are all familiar with registered mail. We talked about it many times. Okay, so what is special here? Well, it is the printing house notation on the bottom margin on this set of stamps and on this one. The cover catalog value, because of this, is now at $17, whereas if it was without these notations, the catalog value would plummet down to about $2. On older German Democratic issues, the catalog value can be quite high. This is relative modern, and so the catalog values are pretty modest, but still you can see the difference. So please keep that in mind. And on this GDR cover, registered mail again to the Western Zone, we basically have the same scenario as the previous cover. Here's a blow up of the printing house details. And also you can have a Roman numeral 1 here, or you can have a Roman numeral 2. And that could hold true for either or. So hopefully you will remember. Well, okay. Let's take a trip to New Caledonia. Unlike the German covers, I do not have postal rates for this cover. But if the postage is correct on this cover, it would actually catalog $100. This one is from New Caledonia to Hawaii with a nice receiving postmark. And this one from New Caledonia to San Francisco is similar to the previous, a possible $100 cover if the postage is correct or at least within 10%, not more, over the actual postal rate. The question I would have on these two covers, the addressee here is identical, which is okay, all in pencil, but I still wonder if these addresses actually are fictitious and if they had been added at a later point. I cannot say for sure, but I'm just a little unsure about the situation here. Could all be legit. I'm not sure. So again, if someone out there knows this better, please let me know. I appreciate it. Thank you. And back to Germany. This time the state of Württemberg of 31 March 1920. A single franking of 1 mark and 25 pfennig, but with many question marks. This cover really does look suspicious. Too clean. The address, I'm not sure about. Even the ink, or is it ballpoint? I'm not sure. Yeah, then it definitely would be wrong. And also because of the rarity factor of this particular stamp in single franking on cover. Normally, you also only find loose stamps of this set, either mint or with CTO cancels. Actual postal cancels, very difficult to come by, very difficult. Now, on this cover, I am just not sure. So, if this cover was real, which I doubt very much, this cover catalogs for $2,200. Now you can understand my suspicions. So the only way to find out for sure is to have it expertized. So be very careful out there. In fact, this one came off of eBay. It was a cover in a lot of multiple covers, and I couldn't really identify it too clearly because they were all mumble jumbled together. But I was curious enough to email the seller and ask him if he would be interested to sell the cover by itself. So I believe I offered him like maybe $12, including shipping. His total lot of about, I don't know, 8 or 10 covers he was asking, and this was included, about $20 or so. But the rest of his covers were just too miserable looking, and I just didn't want them. So he agreed and shipped it to me. So just recently, I looked again on eBay, and guess what? Another one of those multiple cover lots, including, yes, exactly another copy of this particular cover. So I wonder if somebody is running them off in a basement someplace and peddling them off on eBay. I'm not sure, but yeah, it certainly raises a red flag. So be careful on other things too. I see many, many items on eBay that it surprises me they don't pull them. Okay, that's about it for today. Thank you again so much for watching. Please do click on my subscribe button and give me a thumbs up if you feel my video was to your liking. Thank you. So as we could see with a couple of examples in this video, that not all what seems to be a treasure is a treasure, or an iffy treasure. So be very careful and check the stuff closely. My channel, stamps, space, my fun things. Stay healthy, and I wish you all the luck in the world.